up, y'all? It's your main man, Jay Sands. Sands on Sports, hip-hop and sports entertainment at its finest. That's right, y'all. The big kid is at it again. And today, we are doing the 56th episode. So this is the Lawrence Taylor LT episode right here, 56. And we have special guests from Staten Island, but down south right now. Cool Kim, NYoil, baby. How you doing, baby? How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. Thanks for having me on, Jay.
Awesome. Now, could you please give me a 20-second bio about yourself, please?
Sure. What up, everybody? It's your friendly neighborhood fly guy, Cool Kim from the rap group UMC's, early 1989, about to say 1889. Showing my real age, I'm a vampire, but now it's 1989 when we actually came out with 2 singles as a part of a compilation album. Got signed to WAPIT in 91, came out with the song Blue Cheese. Went to #1 in December 91, came out with the album Roots of Nature. It was a critically acclaimed album, people loved it. And then came out with a second album subsequently in 1993 called Unleashed, which didn't do as well. Strained relationship with the record label. And so that was the end of that. And we ended up moving on to do a myriad amount of things. We didn't break up as a group or nothing like that. We just moved on to do other things, individual endeavors and stuff like that. I reinvented myself as an artist called NYoil, The Ideal. And, just really like by my own assertion, reignited the conscious hip hop, even idea. You know what I'm saying? Like there wasn't even no conscious nothing until I started doing that. That's just facts, you know what I mean? You could just look it up. All that to say, now, today, and then 2019, what the fuck is up with my thoughts? 2019, I did demo music, dope project that I shared the process with on Instagram with people. And, everybody pitched in to help me make the decisions as far as graphics, what merch should I put together, all of that. And I took those experiences and pretty much all of my life experiences and pushed them into what I'm doing now, which is the most amazing thing in the world. And what I'm doing now is called Collab Lab. It is the most awesome thing on the planet. Collab Lab is the most hip-hop thing that happened in hip-hop since hip-hop, yo. And what Collab Lab is just true artists getting together, sharing the creative process with the public live, where you get to see them working on the rhymes, vibing, figuring it out, song structure, making those crucial decisions that made your favorite songs.
Hey, fam, check this out. I said 20-second bio, man. we gonna get the Collab Lab.
Elevator pitch.
Yeah, we do this show in quarters, so the whole fourth quarter is gonna be dedicated to Collab Lab. Cause we want to know about that. Fair enough. So, yo, what are your favorite teams starting with football?
I don't watch sports, yo.
Okay. So, did you have a favorite team growing up?
I'm sorry to disappoint you on that too, because I know that really slipped your cord just now. I'm not you know what it is? Like that wasn't my geek. My geek was more like comic books and stuff like that. Yeah. So I reserved that space for football, like knowing who the different players was. Because I was more like, yo, I don't want to watch it, I want to play it. Yeah. So I would play, but I wouldn't watch. So
you didn't like the Jets or the Giants?
If I had to have a favorite team, Giants maybe.
Giants.
Hey,
this is the Lawrence Taylor episode, so we will definitely take the Giants on 56.
Yeah, Giants definitely is a team I recognize. I like the old school, 49ers, Bengals, like them old time teams when you get to watch the NFL film. You're like, oh shit, like those teams. Like, I enjoy those teams. So I don't think I can say I'm one of these people that would enjoy Like I wouldn't align with a team if I was into sports.
Yeah.
I would be more into the sport itself and the moments.
Yeah.
I wouldn't care about the team. I would care about the moment because aligning myself to the team limits me appreciating the overall greatness in the sport in general. Would be my percent. No, well, hold up. Now, there is one sport that I am fluent in, and I'm surprised. I can't believe I didn't talk about it. Pickleball.
What's that?
What?
Wiffle ball.
Wiffle ball.
You said wiffle ball?
Pickleball.
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 Yo, son, look here. Check it out. My in-laws were just down here, right? They brought the pickleball. I never heard of pickleball before in my life, dude. They brought the pickle. They had my daughter playing pickleball in Pittsburgh while she was up there for summer break, talking about pickleball. What the hell is pickleball, dude?
First off, know what you're talking when you talk about pickleball, right? I don't like how you're talking right now. I need you to calm down. I need you to calm down. You talking about pickleball, right? Again, right?
I'm not about no pickleball,
yo, bro. Listen, man. Pickleball is an amazing sport. All right, let's keep it simple. It's tennis and ping pong. If tennis and ping pong had a love child, it'd have been pickleball because it's a third of the size of a tennis court, 22 by 40 feet. Yeah, you got a 7-foot space that comprises of the kitchen. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Now I endeavor to play at a pro level. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm serious about pickleball. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually a professional athlete in the way that I actually get paid because of pickleball.
No doubt.
You see what I'm saying? So yeah, I hold that distinction. But the thing is that pickleball, so it's a fun game. It's played oddly enough with a wiffle ball type of ball.
Okay.
You know? And it's an amazing amount of fun, man. And it's like a game where people be like, if you're a burger addict, you'll go in there and have fun. Yeah. If you're good in it, you'll go in there and have mad fun because you're like, because you'll be able to once you be able to hit the ball and it go where you want it to go. Yeah. That journalism creeps in, then it's over. Like you just know you're gonna play pickleball. And then I was 240 pounds before I started playing it. Yeah. I got at the height of me playing. Yeah. I got down to 180 centimeters. I actually had to look at my mother got scared. Yeah. Come on, man. She scared me. She thought I was 6'6". I was like, nah, man. I play pickleball. I played pickleball one day, 10 hours straight, bro. Like, no, 10 hours throughout the day.
When you start playing?
That's not an exaggeration. At all. Like, I might be undercutting it. But when you're having fun doing something, it's a lot easier to do it all day. Yeah. Than going to the gym and working out for an hour, 2 hours. Like, cause it feel like work unless you're a gym enthusiast. Yeah, exactly. I'm not a gym enthusiast anymore. So I can't motivate myself to go in there and just lift and then on the joints. But pickleball, I be playing. All right, so when I first started playing, I went to my first tournament. Yeah. I played a 70-year-old dude, bro. Jay, this dude, by the end of the match, he done had me out my shirt. Yeah. I done took off my sweatpants I was wearing. I had my shorts under it. Yeah. I took my hat off. I actually went over to my wife. My wife didn't say I went over to I'm scared, I didn't feel like I couldn't breathe. This motherfucker, he was weighing me, Jay.
Your cardio.
He just kept sending me from side to side. The game is what, son, you see me starting to get hype? Yeah. I'm starting to think about it. Like, I'm thinking about it now. Like, I'm thinking about it, like, my fun. So this game is wild, fun. I've been trying to tell brothers to get in this game for years.
Where you play at?
You can play at, all you gotta do is play pickleball. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna see mad people like, it's over here. And then if you play pickleball, right? Yeah. Let me show you how real it is, because it's a beautiful sport to play, right? I felt like pickleball had the chance and the ability to save the race relations in the country. That's how powerful the game is. Because I remember one time I went up to New York. I went home to New York. I live in Augusta now, but I went home to New York. And while I was in town, I brought my paddle and stuff. And I heard that they were going to be playing. You You know what I mean? So I went and I saw the courts up top in New York. I was like, man, that's pitiful, right?
Yeah.
But I seen them, and it was raining, and they looked like they was gonna wrap it up.
Yeah.
And I seen them, and where I was at, I was on the east side. I was like on 50th Street. So where I was like a kind of like this place was kind of like where is it in Manhattan, where it's like kind of lower and it's kind of higher. I was at the higher part on, you know what I'm saying? And then you go down the stairs, and then you're on Avenue, like 3rd Street, Lexington Avenue, shit like that. So make a long story short, I was up at this bridge. They was way down the block, or like, you know what I'm saying, like a good, 2 football fields down the block. You know what I'm saying? And I seen them, and I put my paddle in the air, and I said, pickleball! Pickleball! And they see me, right?
Yeah.
Now, all white people, they see this black dude going pickleball, right? And then you see them all look up. They see me, and they're like, come on, come on.
You was right.
Right out with me in the rain for an hour and a half, 2 hours, kid.
Wow.
That's why I'm so like into the game, because it's that beautiful, bro.
Sensei, do you know about pickleball?
I heard about it. I think you told me about it. I think you Kim told me about it. Kim do it. Kim do it. With his son. See, I know. He told me about it.
Son, it's the best game in the world.
Son, what's good?
I'm good, son. How you been, man?
I'm all right.
That's what's up, Cass.
Sensei, how you doing, brother? How you doing, man?
Fucking hot today, man.
Oh, man, it was 100 down here in Beemore, bro. Get in the car at 114, like, ugh.
Yeah, I had to go out for a minute and came right the fuck back home.
How was Chicago, bro? You was in Chicago, man. How was that?
That shit was all right. That shit was good.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
You got a nice little...
Oh, I saw all the pictures, man. You was real groovy up there.
Yeah, they had a nice little scene out there. I mean, I've been out there a couple of times. Well, I used to be out there a lot, but just recently, though, there's a lot of cats out there I met. GQ, he out there pretty much putting everything together, linking me with all these different people. So we actually went to the damn movie to see Suicide Squad.
Oh, yeah, that was bomb. Yeah, I watched that. That was all right.
How was, yo?
It was good. It was good, man. It was good.
It was good.
You good?
Yeah, it was real good.
You going to North Carolina this weekend, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna go there tomorrow morning.
Okay.
I'm gonna get out there early.
Stop in Baltimore.
Shit, I ain't driving. Once we get on that road, it's like we out.
Awesome, man. Well, thanks for coming in. We're going to keep... I was talking to Fam about, sports he played, and that's when we got into pickleball. But okay, besides pickleball, did you play any other sports coming up?
He told me about it. That's what I know.
Yeah. Ever play pickleball in my house this weekend? Yeah.
Nah, I mean, yo, who you say came over to play?
My in-laws put a pickleball thing in.
Tell them I said I'm trying to see them. All right. First and foremost, tell them I said stop ducking me.
You gotta go to Pittsburgh. Go to Pittsburgh. Check it out.
Tell them I said 001. Yeah. No, excuse me, 002. I'm waiting for them. They'll know what I mean. All right.
You and my father-in-law will probably play 3 days straight pickleball.
Tell them that you interviewed a rapper. When you tell me that you interviewed a rapper and tell him that he said 002. And he said, he ready for y'all? They gonna crack up laughing. They gonna be like, what? He said 002.
My daughter gonna know. I'm gonna tell my daughter, she gonna know about that, yo. So, yo, did you play any other sports coming up? Hey, fam, I'm going to ask, did you play any other sports when you was coming up?
For me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played, I was on the football team.
Okay, what position?
Running back. I wanted to play running back, but you know what I'm saying? I gave up on it because I ain't like it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't like the vibes. But swimming, I was exemplary. You know what I'm saying? I was on the swim team. What else I play? You know what I'm saying? Like I like other sports as well. Like you know what I'm saying? Like so I was good at ping pong. Good at I'm decent at baseball. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I did soccer. I mean, I could play every sport though. Like when I say I,
so you were
I'm saying I probably will watch y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like no,
you were athlete.
Yeah, I ain't get it.
Like I'm saying I was alright in it, but like I'm very athletic. It's just that and I was doing it. But but and boxing, because that's what I do now, box.
Okay.
And so I'm trying to fight in the Masters League. You know what I mean? 'Cause I want to have one real match. Like I sparred, but I want to have a real match where I'm trying to win. So I could know that I did that. Like, yo, I got in the ring and I fought somebody, like, not without being angry at them. Like, just, yo, we just gonna get in here and fight, brother. Like, so, I want to see if I got, it's a hard thing. I want to see if I'm built for it.
Yeah, they say that jab's a motherfucker. They say that bat.
Hey, yo, and then in the Masters, yo, you gotta wear headgear, right?
Yeah.
And headgear is like, to me, it's like somebody got like occasional blindfold, because, yo, as soon as anything happens, the headgear doing it.
Yeah.
And then once you cover that eye, as soon as that big twist, you doing this right here, you like. Cause you know what's coming. It's like, yo, my head getting turned, I'm gonna get washed. So now you just like, yo, stay off me. You know what I'm saying? So, the jabs, like, that's like, for me right now, even still, I'm still trying to master working in off the jab. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. A lot of people in the inclination, especially off the street fighting, is to come in, first a lot of people open wide hand and then bolo, you know what I'm saying? But obviously that's nothing you doing in boxing, you working in, but even in that, you still working the jab off of somebody throwing, big shots. So, first off, trusting your defense and slipping and ducking is like, that's something that I gotta, that's something that's been taking a while to just trust my shoulder to, you know what I'm saying? And then being able to get in there and wait for and work the jab in, not trying to land the jab, work the jab in, and setting it up for 2, 3, you know what I mean? Like, those are the things that I'm trying to those disciplines. I wish I picked it up when I was younger, because I think I'd have really did good at it, man. Like, but now I'm older, man, so we'll see what we see.
Got you. Well, check this out. We like to do our little starting 5 on Sands on Sports, and I hope you get the reference when I ask you this. This is for my vegan and meat eaters, I guess. Can I get your starting 5 cheeses of all time? Your starting 5. We need a point guard, a shooting guard, a small forward, a forward, and a center. Your starting 5, top 5 cheeses of all time.
Starting 5 cheeses. Definitely sharp cheddar cheese.
Sharp cheddar, boom.
Sharp cheddar cheese is definitely the forward. It gets it done. You can bank on it. Swiss.
Swiss?
Swiss is definitely in the clinch. Swiss adds a nice, you understand? That's a serious business. American, when I'm feeling like a turkey sandwich, you know what I'm saying? Or cheeseburger. It's a very important staple.
Right.
And finally, 5th. No, I'm on 4th, right?
No, it's 5th.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5th?
Yeah, it's 5th. It's gotta be 5 right now.
It's gotta be blue cheese. It's gotta be blue cheese. Not even because this my career is built on that cheese.
No
doubt. I gotta love blue cheese, yo.
No doubt, man. Well, hey, you hear the sound. That means we are going out of the first quarter and we are headed into the second quarter. Now, I want to start the second quarter asking you, my brother, because again, when I was checking you out, I do my research. I checked you out on Wikipedia a little bit, and they had NYoil as like some black revolutionary, because they just had you out there like that. So I wanted to ask you off the top, brother. Is the revolution televised yet or not? Can I find that mother? Is it on Netflix? What's going on with the revolution, brother? Please let me know. Because again, from our previous conversation before the podcast starts, that's a question that I would want to ask you and see your thoughts on it. About where we're headed as a people.
But listen, all right, so there it is. Like, all right, it depends on how deep you want to go with what the revolution is. And how is that televised, and what is television, right? So let's without getting too too many words in it. television now includes and has to encompass new media, which is the internet, social media, and all of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, what's the real revolution? Is the revolution against, you know, a capitalist or aristocracy or autocracy? Is it against, whatever, white racist power structure? What's the revolution? Is the revolution inside of you? Like, what is the everyday thing that you got to do to maintain and change the conditions of your life and your family? Because you know that if you just do some certain things, a revolutionary thing will occur. And there's a revolution that happen in cycles. It's a revolution every 10 years, because your skin cells and all of that have to shed. The entirety of who you are is literally becoming an entirely different physical form every 10 years. So what revolution are we talking about, right? And they're not being facetious. I'm just saying there's so many types of revolutions. Are they televised? Yes, they are. The revolution is very much televised, because everybody is acting out their revolution in front of everybody else on social media. Everyone's acting out their revolution on TV and in radio and in every format, because we're living in a place and space where people are at their wits' end and they need to bring out the revolution that they're experiencing in their hearts and minds and souls.
Yeah. And again, I just had these questions. When we look at our history, maybe the last 30, 40 years, we're not judging, but we're keeping score. Who do you think sold us out the most in this last generation?
Who do I think what?
Sold us out the most. Sold our people out the most.
Our people?
Yes.
Our people sold our people out the most.
Okay. Yeah. I agree. Okay. Next question. The Force MDs. You're from Staten Island, right? Busted. Okay. You remember the movie they were in?
Which the Force MDs?
Yeah, Force MDs. They were in a movie called Rapping. Itching for a Scratch. They had the sweaters on and all that stuff.
That was a movie?
Yeah.
I don't know. That was a movie.
Yeah, it was in the movie.
Yeah, Marvel Van Peebles.
Yeah? Wow, I didn't know that, man. Y'all put me on to something.
Anyway, I was trying to make a Staten Island Pittsburgh connect, because that movie that they were in was shot in my neighborhood. But since that didn't go down, then we just gonna go to the next one and talk about Martin.
Probably.
Because yo, Buster, I told my wife, I was like, hey, yeah, I'm about to do my podcast with Phil. You know, my wife knows this, so I had to show her. So I got the Martin picture, and then I zoomed in. I said, right here. Then she was like, oh, still don't know, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yo, what was that like, man, having your joint on Martin, bro?
Mad aggravating, yo.
Why?
Because all right, so you guys think, like, see, what, so the way people generally think, right? And El, you can tell me if you had this experience, right? Where they're like, yo, at least you got a chance to do X, Y, and Z. And you be like, yes, I know I at least got a chance to do it, but it ain't the way you think it is. You know what I mean? Like, the story ain't as dope as you think it is. In fact, it's more frustrating. Why? Because, yo, that's dope. Our photo, our poster, this poster right here behind me was on Martin Lawrence's wall. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we wasn't on Martin Lawrence's wall. I wasn't on the show. What are you talking about? I didn't feel. If you like the same way you felt, I was sitting on my couch watching Martin Lawrence, yo.
Yeah.
I felt like, yo, I didn't even get no money because of this. This is over here. And then, yo, for the rest of my life, it's the duration increases now, but it started off like for years until just recently, at least once every 3 months. Yeah. Somebody was gonna run up on me or hit me on Facebook and be like, hey, yo, Kim, yo, son, I was watching Martin the other day. Yo, guess what? What? Yo, your poster's on the wall. Yo, you serious, God? What episode? Yo, I think all of them, God. Son, if what you say is true, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
yeah.
No, this is going on for so long, bro.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. But jokes aside, because I am just being silly.
Yeah.
It was really a great honor, man. And then I really do regret, not regret, but wish that we had got a chance to have some engagement beyond that because, I really admire Martin Lawrence's show for a lot of reasons. And I'll be brief about it. One, because, there would always be a point in Martin that he would just he would just wild out.
Yeah.
You could tell at that point, all he cared about was he was going to make that studio audience laugh.
Yeah.
Like, he was just going to keep doing it. He going to just keep going until, so you just got to laugh. You know what I'm saying? And I always appreciated that because I felt like, son, K really trying to make cats have a good time. But I also like that the Martin Payne character, right?
Yeah.
He was a different breed of black man that you would ever seen on TV at that time, yo. Because one, it wasn't about him being tall and big and strong, it was, son, I'm not having it. You heard? You're not going to violate my house.
Yeah.
You're not going to disrespect my wife.
Yeah.
I'm going to go and get my money and go to work.
Mm-hmm.
These are my peoples that I love. I snapped with my homegirl, not because I don't respect her, because she my homie, and I respect her enough that we gonna go hard.
Yeah.
And we bang as a unit. You heard? There was a lot of low key, just like how Different World was special for our generation.
Right.
That Martin in low key, he left a lot of breadcrumbs for us, man. If we have eyes to see, so I'm greatly honored just to have anything to do with what he did there.
Yeah. Hey, okay, well, let's go to this right here. And this is not a diss at all. This is actually a critique on hip hop. Back when you were out, groups like you, Public Enemy, you guys were the pop groups. You were the popular, not a pop whack, but that was popular hip hop music back then. Blue Cheese, Fight the Power, that was pop music, where real hip hop niggas was like how whoever is now is pop. So what was that? Again, I'm just trying to absorb because I can't imagine. Maybe somebody like Tyler, I guess, I don't know, but I can't imagine somebody putting out Blue Cheese right now and being a pop success. Like, you guys were the #1 song, pop success. So what was it like? You were a pop artist, bro. You were pop.
No, that's not that's I don't think I'm not offended by it, but
okay.
That's not accurate at all. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Groups like UMC's and Tribe Called Quest, I would say, let me say, let's expand it to native tongues. Let's expand it to artifacts. Let's expand it to Souls of Mischief, Hieroglyphics. These are groups that
I'm gonna say something, but I'm wait till you finish. I'm gonna say something about it, but I'm wait till you finish.
Okay, these are groups that were creative hip hop artists. You see what I'm saying? So you're not, and I would say that those types of artists are considerably more hip hop than what you would call real hip hoppers. Because most cats that you would call real hip hoppers really aren't hip hoppers. Most of them just be posers.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you listen to an artist and your top 5 got 5 cats that rhyme the exact same way on every song for the last 30, 40 years, then really you don't know real hip hop. I know the cats that I'm mentioning can rhyme a myriad around the way where you could not actually know it stem from one song to the next. Is how well they can do the things they do with their voices, what they can do with their cadences, their deliveries, the fact that they don't even have to rhyme to just the same old boom bap. They can rhyme to anything and take it and turn it into a landscape, literally achieve the highest heights of what lyricism can do. So, I don't take no slight to it. I just really have lately been evangelizing to make people understand, son. You cannot compare on any level a UMCs to whoever you want to claim is real hip hop, because by that definition, most of them cats is mad limited.
Yeah.
You understand? And then when you go catalog for catalog, a group like UMC's, a group like Artifacts, a group like Blue Snickers, a group like Souls of Mischief, a group like Tribe Called Quest will body most of the cats that you think is hip hop. You think their image is hip hop, not their music. Because if you thought about their music, you would realize that it's quite contrary to being hip hop.
Yeah.
All right, my turn. I agree with everything you said. I'll say this, and not just because I know you. But as for me, first seeing that shit on TV, you know, I can't compare it to nothing else at the time when it came out, because it was a time when everything was happening at the same time. When you look at your video, as colorful as it was for a time where everybody was in the club. I'm sorry, it's Shaheem playing in the background and shit, but it's the dude having the fucking barbecue next door. So like, you know, when you have people going to the clubs, that record y'all did was so big because it was danceable. So at a time where that's what we was doing. When I looked at y'all in that video, I saw myself, because that's how we used to dress when we went out too. So it fit for that time where when it came out, it was nothing as like creative when they would play it like say on MTV. When it came on BET, and this was like all the time, all day, even on the box.
All day.
So yo, like, you know, bro, y'all say that, and it's like I never seen any of that. Yeah. So like my mind, right?
This is just from me as a fan, like watching it on TV. So like when I started hearing like the other songs from the album, I was like, all right, so like you know, I grew up listening to a lot of different shit and a lot of people that motherfuckers ain't never heard about. But it was instrumental for me to hear this shit and know about it, because that's how me and you became friends, because I knew that you were no different from me. No matter the style of hip hop you did, you were popular at the time because the record was fucking dope. There's no other thing to say, you know, and because nobody else's record was like it, it stood out. That's the only thing I can say that happened for y'all that made the record blow up, is that everybody liked the record. Plain and simple. Plain and simple.
You know, it wasn't, you know, that record was me and Haas was on the phone, and RNS had did this beat, and we had heard this beat some time ago, and he wasn't gonna give it to us, because he didn't really believe in us. You know what I'm saying? But like by the time we was like close to the, like we made some real headway, and I think Haas had really sold him on us. He ended up giving us that beat, and I was like, yo, you know, I was like, man, this kind of beat is so dope. Like it's such a, yo, you know, and I was a dancer. Like, you know, I danced for Miss Melody in her one and only video live on stage. Beautiful sister, beautiful. Every time I talk about that, I talk about how beautiful. Truly rest her soul, man. She's a beautiful woman. And I choreographed for Queen Latifah in a couple of videos and stuff like that. So I have a dancer background along with being an MC. You know, I was dancing to kind of like help me get in more. You know what I'm saying? That's where
the club part play in. You know what I'm saying? So even with that record y'all did, you gotta look at what Brand New being Feel So Good. That record was in the same vein. Everybody had a song.
So good.
Everybody had a certain song that you could dance to. You know what I'm saying? So like for that era, that record was important because there wasn't so much shit that we was doing over here that was free. Besides G-Rap, you know, when y'all was out, it was like fucking prime for NWA.
Right.
Like, so y'all came in between all that shit to be like, all right, look, you know, and it came from New York. So it was a breath of fresh air for a little bit of everybody. And, you know, for MTV to really have something to play. You know, and I think that, you know, a lot of motherfuckers would have wished they had your position at that time. You know, even when you talk about it today.
It's just that we were on Wild Pitch, so that was already an ill-fated situation. You know what I'm saying, Paul? They were a mid-range label, you know, my independent label, And they were good at breaking an artist, but they weren't good at taking it any further, because I think the extent of Boy's hustle was to break you and hopefully get that major label look and blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I've often, you know, be frustrated because I'll be like, yo, cats sometimes seem to think that UMCs like fell off, or like we stopped working with each other or something like that in those years. And the truth was not. We just had a messed up record label, and then we ended up having an incident where there was violence at the record label. And so that didn't help matters either, because, you know, people didn't. People would not accept that the UMCs fought back that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was not acceptable to them, and like they responded to it in the harshest of terms, almost to make an example of us. Like, no. Especially not no lighthearted move. You ain't gonna be beating up no record label presidents. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, we can't have that go on. And so we been blackballed for all these years. Like, so, like, son, like, you gotta know, like, you know, just as a side statement from, you know, and maybe for people watching and shit, like, son, been 30 years of being like in solitary confinement, son. Like, no one fucking with me, no one trying to fuck with me. And then because my career ended at Blue Cheese and Wonder Gone, I didn't really get to establish myself as a top or an elite lyricist. Like, people didn't really know how strong I am as an MC. So I wouldn't get the opportunities to work with other artists that I always wanted to work with, and vibe with people, and just have the experiences. Like, you know, like, I hear other cats do shows. I ain't did no show in fucking 10 years. Like, really, you know what I'm saying? Like, unless I just showed up someplace and grabbed the mic. But like, you know, 30 years of that, man. Like, you know, 30 years of like refusing to let people forget me, refusing to be marginalized, refusing to become irrelevant. Like, I will not go quietly into the night type of thing. Like, I just will not let these cats, you know, and then finding any way and every way to just stay like James Evans, son. Like, that's been my whole life. Keep my head above water and make a wave when I can, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, in 30 years, man, and like, oddly enough, things now to be able to do, you know what I'm saying? We'll talk about Collab Lab in a minute, but to do Collab Lab, and even to be on interviews like that, to have done the Crates showcase that we did, like, that was a huge honor for me, because I don't get to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that wasn't in my shit. You know what I mean?
Was it ever thought to do the indie route with UMCs after, you know, the major, you left the major? Was it thought that, hey, we'll start our own label or we'll do our own stuff? Yeah,
I actually, I came out with a single in around 93.
Okay.
Called You Gotta Know, and one shot and I had a remix of it with Essence from Natural Elements.
Okay.
And another song called Skills Are Amazing. So I always stayed in the game. I put another single out, another album out for The Has Been. And that shit was tough. I did that in like 97, because that was when, no, not 97, 2000.
Yeah.
When the Twin Towers fell. You know what I'm saying? 9/11.
2001.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it was one of them situations where, I did an album then called The Has Been, and then, of course, NYoil in 2000, and that was 2007, because that's when I moved back to New York, and then I just returned to being Cool Kim.
No doubt. Well, this is what I want to ask you. Hold on one second. This is what I want to ask you. Damn, bro, I had an ill question I wanted to ask you, bro. Damn.
I mean, you weren't supposed to ask it.
Nah, I wasn't supposed to ask this fucking question. This question was awesome, bro.
That was awesome?
Yeah, this question was awesome. I'm trying to think. We were talking about the labels and blah, 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 blah. Oh, man, I don't want to leave it for... Oh, I know. No, that ain't the quarter. It ain't halftime yet. No. Okay, this is what I want to ask y'all. Because y'all from that era. Daylight got their masters, man. And you guys are like, you know, you guys are in groups that were on major labels. So what does that feel about them getting their masters? And you don't got to let us know if you own your masters, but have you ever thought about trying to go that route of getting your stuff from these major labels to make it your own property?
Yeah, I do have the masters for the second album here, right? Like literally off my head.
Okay.
But that's a result of the incident. But owning the legal rights to my masters is a dream. Like, I've never gotten paid for selling records. You know what I'm saying? Not even the NYoil project, because Baby Grant just basically stole it. And the thing is that what people don't understand is that, people think that artists sign shitty deals like we just stupid or we just mad thirsty and then get mad when we find out we jerk.
Yeah.
What they don't understand is that a contract is only as good as your ability to enforce it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, we make a deal, right? We make a deal that, show, I'm gonna come on your show and, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna promote my album and I'm gonna give you 5% of the sales from, for a month during, after the thing. And somehow or another, just so happened that day, Beyonce was watching and she retweeted the show, and I sold 1 million fucking records.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, son, you sold 1 million records. Yo, wow, amazing. Yo, you got that check for me? And I'm like, yo, what check you talking about? Yo, son, we got a contract where you said you was gonna pay me 5% of whatever you sold, son, on for a month after that. Like, where that's at? Where was that? I don't know where nothing's at. And then I start backing shit out on you, like, yo, son, what you talking about? Where it's at? Fuck is you mean? And now you sitting there like, well, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? I don't care even if you got the strap, I already backed out on you. You can't even do nothing. You just gotta lay it. You gotta eat that. Otherwise, you're gonna get killed. And that's really the legal game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I may be oversimplifying it, but the facts of the matter is, yo, son, if you can't back this down, right? If you can't do nothing with it, and you want to take me to court, son, in a legal system where I could just have a good enough legal team to just whittle down your finances.
Yeah.
Keep you out of court until you can't afford it no more. Or it's just ain't worth the squeeze. So, and then think about this too. Black people have no economic export. We have nothing that we as a community send out to the world that creates generational wealth for us, creates institutional or infrastructural based wealth.
Yeah.
You dig? So, to that end, the one thing that we do have that exists in that capacity is our culture. We sell culture, entertainment, and it becomes a $1 billion industry. Hip hop is a $1 billion industry, of which we see almost none of it.
None.
You heard? So now you look at all these artists who got jerked out of their publishing, their mechanicals, their royalties, all of the things that they got stolen from them. In perpetuity, meaning that forever and ever and ever. Yeah. Meanwhile, every artist every black man that come out with a music record got to carry the whole hood on his back. He got 5 or 6 motherfuckers he rolling with. He gonna have kids. He got a wife. He got a girl. Something. So now you tell me all this generational, all this money that he earned has been stolen from him.
Yeah.
And now he cannot pass on this wealth and the opportunities that are inherent to having money to his children, to his team. He can't generate those surprise and sudden millionaires that are embedded in his squad that he didn't even know existed, that they didn't know they existed. But now that that opportunity presented itself because they have access to the resources that man earned, that they're able to create generational wealth. He's able to put his children into the best schools and afford them the opportunities. And when our children experience difficulties, situations and circumstances, health problems, and you know what I'm saying, we're able to provide them the level of care without the sense of burden on us, because what we've earned is doing the work that what we earned should have done, not what we gave away, what we earned, and not off some magical contract that favors our mentality. No, off of the bullshit contract that we all signed, but it still meant we were supposed to have earned something. And there's a crime that been committed to our community. You know what I'm saying? And until that crime is rectified, the black community misses out on a major generator of income and wealth.
Okay, well check this out. I want to revisit that. I want to come back to that. But we're going to halftime. We're going to halftime. And I want to ask my co-host with the co-most, Elder Sensei, did you see the draft?
Say again?
You see the draft?
Did I see what?
Did you see I got drafted number 1 in the NBA this Thursday?
No.
Yeah, I got picked number 1. I got the jet waiting at Newark Airport International. Well, no. I peeped it out a little bit. I didn't watch it too much, but the boy that I messed with from Oklahoma State, he got picked number 1, Cade Cunningham, the point guard.
Oh yeah. I did see.
Yeah, and they got the summer league game. So I would, anyway, man, I was just checking out a little bit of, we know how we doing. We got to talk about something.
We had one dude that played in Boston had scored like 31 the other night. I think he's getting busy.
Yeah, there've been mad trades too, man. So it actually is going down. Like I said, I'll catch it when 2K come out on PlayStation. But yo, we're going out of halftime, and we are going back into the third quarter. And I want to continue what we were talking about in the second quarter because Puffy has said that he's no longer doing the predatory deals like Britney Spears had one of those, and the white girl JoJo that was a singer. Where they find the kids, where they get them to sign these contracts and they're stuck for life. So Puffy said that he's not doing that no more. Puffy said he's not doing the old bad boy contracts anymore. He's doing 50-50 partnership deals for artists that he signs now. So what do you think about that kind of deal?
I mean, that's what we had when we that's what we had when we was, we knew Atlantic wasn't going to let us keep 100% publishing between me and James.
Yeah.
So, for us being in the group. So we just even to go back on what you're saying as far as the masters, they own all that shit, but I manipulate that music in a way where and we was still getting bread off of it, no matter what they was doing. Because in some way we still own it in a sense because we made the record. So, they found out about some things, but it still don't stop because we still keep going. Because we gonna just the way to eat with all this shit, even if they own the masters or not. Everything after that, like for a single wise and by myself, I can do whatever I want. And it's really just because with these labels, we only doing one-offs anyway, so they don't own these shit forever differently than the labels do. So it's a whole different thing. But I feel like if you still, especially if you're not saying so much active, but if you know how to manipulate this in a way where, me and Kim talked about a lot of stuff when it came to that. So I think that if you smart, you figure out a way.
Yeah. People are re-recording their songs. So say for it like
like Taylor Swift.
Yeah. They're taking their songs, and just put them over a whole entire beats. Because statute of limitations only goes so far. Then you can take that. So you can have somebody play. You can get a live band, have them play wrong side of the tracks, and re-release that wrong side of the tracks live.
Yeah.
And then, but the thing is, for me, it's like, that's a definite, like, that make mad sense too. At the same token, I also want people to engage me in the here and now.
Yeah.
And like, look, I don't have much interest in re-recording Blue Cheese or One to Grow On. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have interest in furthering the discussion that Blue Cheese and One to Grow On started. You know what I mean? And it's just, y'all should all get lynched and without my wigger and even, to get down and the newer things that I'm doing. I want those things to further the conversation I'm having artistically with the world, even if the world's not hearing it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think there's a part of the aesthetic that says, well, that's the Lord's chapter. I'm not even going back to that chapter, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna revisit it. I'm not even, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta do that. You gotta go, like, if I go read comic books, you know what I'm saying? If I start picking up a book now, the book may have some references to what book I could go in the back to read. You know what I'm saying? When he mentions something, reference X-Men number 675, you know, say, oh shit, that's 675. You go to the comic book shop, see if they got that. I still gotta go to the comic book shop and go see if they got that. You know, I don't think that that's bad. Like, as much as I want to be able to monetize and matriculate everything that I'm doing into something that's going to benefit me, and I don't have no problem with that. Don't get it, no twisted. I also think that there is something lost in looking at music as something that is like, yo, you might have just missed it, yo. You might have just missed it, son. That's just that. Catch this next shit. You might have just missed it, and because I think sometimes when you don't just miss it, it stops being special. And I think that we see that a lot in music now. Where not even artists that got bones in the games that brothers know we give it up, having a hard time to get their fan base to pay attention because it's too out there for them. You know what I mean? We gotta let them know that, yo, son, you might just miss that. Oh, you ain't gonna post it back up? Nah, but the next one's Thursday. Oh, all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. So I don't know, but I mean that would fall under. That's not a philosophy. That's just really a marketing tactic. It's not like something to be standing on. It's just like, yo, that's one way to skin that cat. I think.
Well, I tell you, from my own personal experience, like I said, I started my record label in 1997. I got over 1,000 titles on that label right now. I look at the spreadsheets every quarter. About 5 songs making real money out of 1,000. You feel what I'm saying? So, and guess what? They're the oldest songs in my catalog. So I would be a fool not to try to capitalize on the breadwinners. I love the songs that are making 8 cents a year. They're my favorite joints. I just wrote them. Guess what? That joint only making 8 cents a year. So I have to figure out how to take. Again, like right now, I'm doing vinyl 7-inch reissues of some of the older titles. You know what I mean? I just try to stay creative, not dumb down what the original product was, and still be able to, again, like I said, man.
Take advantage of what exists. But here's the thing for me with that. It's never what you're doing; it's the order of operation. You know what I'm saying, Jay? So when you look at what you describe, like for me, in the context of me, right? Whereas that would make some sense. Like it'd be like, yo, you should redo blue cheese. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Put your kids on it if you ain't done that. Whatever the fuck, right? It's like, well, here's the problem. Even if I were to do that, right now, it would have the same 8 cents impact as some shit that I would make up right now.
Yeah.
Because there's no eyes on stuff. First thing that gotta happen before everything else is you gotta have eyes on it. So, you gotta and that's what a lot of people are forgetting right now. Like we're in the social media thing and we're looking for the numbers. And it's like, yeah, the numbers are important. Very. You have to have engaged eyes on the things we're doing, engaged eyes that are giving feedback and are willing to actually make real purchases.
Yeah.
Because without those, you just remixed your song for nothing. You know what I'm saying? You done remixed your song and your favorite song that you done made that shit when you was 16, 17 years old. It mean everything to you in the world. You just remixed it and put it back in the air, figuring that the 250,000 people that bought that shit back in the day, the 400,000 people that bought it back in the day, when they hear that shit out again and you remixed it, they gonna come through and at least spend 99 cents on that, and that's gonna be a great come up. And you put that shit out, and now motherfucker, don't nobody know nothing about it coming out, and then you go extra crazy because then you get tagged in other people's Instagram shit, and they talking about blue cheese, and you 700 motherfuckers under the comments talking about how much they love it, and you got to spend all afternoon hitting each one of them saying, yo, I got new stuff out, come check me out. You know what I mean? It just don't, it don't go like the way people be thinking it go. Like, at least it don't go like that for me.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? So, before I would, I would rather move forward.
Yeah.
Get people attention on this move forward, and then be able to be like, yo, let's play with this from the, let's talk. Like, for example, I want to do a side-by-side video of me really explaining blue cheese.
Yeah.
The video.
Yeah.
Because there's a whole story behind this video. It's hilarious. You know what I'm saying? It's ill. But I haven't done it yet because I don't want to do that and no one sees it.
Yeah.
That'll piss me off. The effort that I have to do to make that happen. You see what I'm saying? The effort I would have to do to really do blue cheese over at a level would be worthy of blue cheese.
Yeah.
If 5 people watched it because right now I don't got no eyes on them, I'd be pissed, man. I would not want to rhyme after that.
And you know what? I got out of that because I've never had a song anywhere close to Blue Cheese, not even in the same galaxy as Blue Cheese. You know, I've been underground, under a rock, under a motherfucking river my whole career. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know what that feels like, honestly. But
I mean, even them songs, like if you think about them joints that y'all made from the heart, you know what I'm saying? It's somehow another.
And that's what I'm saying is that I had to find solace in the fact that it was a project that I set out to do because you're not getting $1 million from it. You're not getting chased around the corner like the Beatles. So what are you? And you're not really getting paid that much for it. So what are you really getting out of it? So for me, it's been the completion of work. That's been the icing on the cake for me. The complete work and get it out. I don't care if 2 people hear this song or if 2,000 people hear this song. I want to complete my work with the craft.
You know what been getting me like that? It's not for. It ain't been all right. So there's that, right? Like, yo, I got to see this through, right? That's the one part, right? Then the other part is like, yo, son, it hit me. I was like, oh shit, son, this shit my hobby. Man. Like, this is my hobby. Yeah. Like, this is what I do for fun. Like, I enjoy doing this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it just so happens that the way this works, it kind of transcends some of what you would normally associate with a hobby. But ultimately, I like to rhyme. I love hearing beats. I like to shoot an edit video. Everything that comes with creating a project, I like to do all of those things because I teach myself to do all those things and I had the money to force nobody else to do it. Yeah. And those are fun in my hobby. And because of those skill sets that I've learned through being an artist, I've been able to help my family and friends and community with those same skill sets when we need a video edited or some kind of thing like that. Yeah. So I do it. I make music now, and the things that I do, from making projects to like the videos that I be posting up on Instagram, sometimes like just videos of just, you know, just giving it up real quick, to Collab Lab, to even my inflatables business that I own. You know, I'm doing these things because ultimately, they're fun for me. Yeah. Like, I'm having a good time, and I'm not really sweating the outcome. I'm just enjoying it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and because I'm not sweating the outcome, I feel so much more free because there's nothing on top of this thing applying a pressure that this thing should not have to support. You know, me wanting to rap shouldn't have to support my family. Me wanting to rap shouldn't have to, fulfill, it shouldn't have to pay the car note. Me wanting to rap should be the same as a mug that's in a building puzzles, or somebody that like doing, airplane models, or, Gundam type, you know what I'm saying? Or somebody that's in the comic books. It's my intellectual pursuit. It's what I enjoy doing and who I enjoy being. Hell, if I gotta make money off it, shit, I'ma spend me some money having fun up in my little shit. So I can do all that little shit that I want to do. I'm supposed to do that, right? Like, you grow older, you did your work in, you took care of your family, you handle your business. I'm supposed to be able to roll up my L, sitting there, play beats, some little shit, you know what I mean, and have fun, and not even feel like you gotta do nothing. You don't gotta do nothing.
Yeah, you don't gotta be on some grown man shit. You got some grown man shit, that's all.
Huh?
You be on your grown man shit, that's all. That's what I be doing.
Word up. And that's why I built the kind of lifestyle I built for myself. I don't mean to be facetious, I'm not bragging, I just want to share it with people because I think people don't be thinking about this, like, right? Or even they be like maybe scared to pull the trigger, but I left Staten Island, my home, and moved to Georgia, like, you know what I'm saying, on some sitting at the dock of the bay shit, you know what I'm saying? And I moved down here for the house for $11,000. You understand? And it was really a shell of a cinder block house, you know what I'm saying? And I taught myself how to do all the trades on just watching YouTube and reading the little books you get out of Lowe's and Home Depot. You know what I'm saying? And I did this because I knew that I could not sustain working at a job 9 to 5 or whatever the hours would be for the rest of my days until I would get a pension. I think that would be a living hell for me. considering I feel like I've earned my living already. You understand what I'm saying? I've earned that now that I'm 50 years old. I ain't got to be running to nobody's job to make my way. So my music couldn't do that for me, but my mind and my brawn and my will could do it for me. And so I built this house to become something that, you know, now we don't pay no rent, we don't pay no mortgage, all we pay is taxes. So now music can really just be for fun because it doesn't have to pay my rent. You know, all of the cars that we have are cars that we own. Like, we don't pay notes on these things because that's a bill. And so if I have a bill, then I need a job to pay the bill. But if I don't have a bill, then I can make my money at my leisure doing the things that I want, and there's no urgency that perverts my artistic pursuit.
That's dope, man. That's dope. Well, check this out. You hear that sound right there? That means we are going out of the third quarter, and we are throwing up the 4. Now, you brought up something earlier that I want to revisit. I want to revisit because you got a lot of things going on, but I believe the main thing you have going on now is Collab X Lab. That's what's going on right now.
Collab Lab, yes sir.
Collab Lab.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Lab.
Collab X. The X was in the. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You sent me. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I sent it back to you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We ain't gonna put it out there. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But so yeah, please let us know about Collab Lab, please.
All right, so check it out. Collab Lab. Collab Lab has 2 births. It's born from 2. It's 2 parents. The first parent is actually in a roundabout way papoose. One of my people must have saw Papoose had posted that scam that a lot of rappers is doing with your tag an artist that you know is nice, and then they try to hustle you into a mixtape.
Yeah.
You just spend $150 with these clowns to do their little whack ass mixtape that they ain't even on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's a whack scam, and it's a disrespectful scam to the fans. Like, your fans deserve more than that from you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The fans that are watching you and up and coming deserve more than that from you. Like, they deserve more than that effort to monetize your fame.
Yeah.
So that turned me off because they actually got at me. Like, I was like, yo, son, I rhyme with Papoose. I'll be doing you a favor.
Yeah.
She's not even on my level. Like, it's not somebody that I'm even endeavoring to rhyme with. I only responded to this because one of my fam mentioned me, and so I would be foul if I didn't, you know, at least give it a shot, since, you know, my fam wanted to see me do that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, sure, I'll be happy to do that. You know, but that response, and I don't think it was Papoose that was responding. I think it was, you know, Doggy Diamonds telling me it's some cat that was running that scam in a lot of people's profiles.
Yeah, I seen it.
You know what I mean? So, that was foul. And then on the other side, Prince Marky D had passed away. And that made me real sad. And I never met Prince Marky D. I'm Facebook friends with Kool Rock Ski, but I never met the Fat Boys. You know what I mean? But, you know, it's the Fat Boys, man. It's a group that is, like, come on, man. It's the fucking Fat Boys. Like, it don't even warrant any explanation. It's the Fat Boys, son. And Kool Rock Ski, Prince Marky D dies. And yo, man, I shed a couple tears for Boy, man. You know what I'm saying? I listened to You Can Swing It My Way, Get It In My Way. That song, yeah, I love that song, man. That song, because you was talking about spousal abuse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
I
so
remember that. Yeah, the video.
That was some brave shit, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, in a time when that wasn't necessarily the wave to be speaking on. You know what I mean? So to take your one chance and speak to an issue, I think, is exemplary and worthy of respect. And, you know, I listen to songs, really emotional, so like that. So, you know, after processing his passing, a few days later, I posted up on Facebook, like, yo, I want to do 10 collabs. You know what I'm saying? No scam, no hustle, no scheme. Free. I'm not charging nobody nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't paying nobody nothing. But let's shake it out, man. Like, I want to touch y'all, man, before I go. You know what I mean? Like, I want to rhyme with y'all. I want to rhyme, man. Like, fuck, man. 30 years and I'm keeping me from doing this shit, man.
Yeah.
I want to fucking just rhyme with niggas. Like, I'm not going to be stopped by doing that, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I felt. And, you know, in so doing, the responses were amazing. And so, all, like, a bunch of my fam that's for other people's fans. But I don't really have fans. I don't got enough people who want to call these motherfuckers fans. These people been with me forever through everything. These is family and friends. So you know, when my fam and them hit me up, they was definitely with it, sending beats and all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But what surprised me was the artists that started hitting me up. You know what I'm saying? You know, I started with my man Stealth Bombs, who is not really known like that at this level, but he's a dope MC. I always knew he was, and I wanted to give him a shot to shine on this and have fun with me, and I knew he had the right disposition for it, you know? And man, from this point, we went from Stealth, and we got Cy Marshall Law has been on Collab Lab.
Oh, man.
Mr. Live been on Collab Lab. Master 8 has been on Collab Lab. Freedom Williams has been on Collab Lab from CNC Music Factory out this morning.
Yeah.
We got the video response from Will I Am, who publicly stated, I'm definitely collabing on Collab Lab.
Yeah.
So Will I Am is coming on deck. We have Sir Mix-a-Lot coming on Collab Lab. We have freaking Do It All.
Yeah.
Gonna be on Collab Lab. And especially I want to support this brother's candidacy. He's running for office, so all my Jersey fam, please pay attention and support this brother's efforts. You heard?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We have YZ coming on, Aguilar, you know, so many other brothers, and bit by bit, like there's a bunch of brothers, like you see I didn't say L, or I didn't say Chip Fool, or I didn't say, you know, because there's a whole bunch of brothers, and I'm like, I'm not even going to mess with y'all yet. Like, I'm not messing with them yet because I need to get this thing a little further along before
I'll be ready.
Come on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now we just got our first sponsorship with a company called Session Wire. Now Session Wire is changing the game, fellas, and Collab Lab is going to be the ones that introduce you to it. What Session Wire allows us to do, right, is like you see how we on this Zoom sort of meeting, right? Well, we got to be in the same sort of peer-to-peer meeting, except for now you'll be able to see my studio DAW. You understand? My digital audio workstation. You understand? So we'll be able, like, let's say me and Ellis working on a song where we got a kind of back and forth thing that we doing. We could be recording that live with each other in real time.
Yeah.
You understand? And yo, it changes the entire dynamic of what recording, collaborating, and being in a distance from somebody. It kicks creativity up a notch, even in this digital pandemic age. And Collab Lab, hip hop is bringing that to you first. One of the main things that I've been really pushing with Collab Lab is not just the emphasis on creating with different artists that you would have never imagined working together, because that's exactly what's happening, but also is to place hip-hop in the technological forefront that it deserves to be in. We are the innovators of audio and visual technology at a great degree. Look at everything behind me, Jay. You understand? And so you got all this shit behind you, all this technology, all this new media, all of this innovation. You understand? Obviously not pragmatic. And yet and still, we don't have endorsement deals from all of that product behind you. Why don't they respect our music that way? Because we've never taken the time to really intellectualize hip-hop for the brilliance and genius level application that it is. This shit ain't no side talk. This is real money, real hustle talk. Why is not hip-hop not getting tech deals when hip-hop is going to be the first about it, the phone? We're going to be the first about a mic. We're going to be first. We're the ones that all of the turntable, all of what you see with turntablism as it exists is purely built on the back of hip-hop. We're the ones that's going to push the F envelope and any kind of track recording or home-based studio equipment, because most of us can't afford to be going to those studio sessions at $35 an hour per, for hours on end per song. So we're in the front of it. So why are we getting that bread? Because we haven't framed our culture as a culture of it that is brilliant, genius level, amazingly talented. There is no form of spoken word art, meaning singing, songwriting, poetry, spoken word, haiku. None of it can compete with MCs. any MC will watch. No, not any, but I'm saying top shelf MC will watch the top of anything else literary. And I guarantee you that in most cases, an MC can do all of what they can do, whereas they can never do what we do. You understand what I'm saying? So it's time for us to take our reins. We got to reclaim our throne, King. You heard? And demand what we're supposed to, and not even demand, but claim our throne so that we get recognized as the kings we are. Like, you can't get mad because you got on the court jester hat, you sitting on the steps in front of the king, and you mad because ain't nobody showing you the respect of a sovereign lord. My man, you dress like a clown. What you expect?
True that.
That's what Collab Lab is. So in the future, we got some amazing artists coming. We're gonna be, we generally do it on IG Live.
Yeah.
But because we stepped up a notch and, it's moving forward, we will be live streaming on YouTube, on Facebook, and possibly as well on IG, and also on our own platform. Because, packaging, it's one thing to create a platform. We need to create the institutions to support the platforms and stop having to sell the things that we create off so fast when they can be strategic assets to the overall goal of Black liberation.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Well, hey, Jay Sands is definitely a part and supporter of that. Anytime you need some help with that, brother, please reach out to me and let me know what I can do to support. Sensei, I don't know. I don't know if Sensei's still with us or not, but it don't matter. I appreciate him for taking the time. Oh, he's still there. He's
trying to be considerate. It's noisy.
No, I'm here. I had to put my mute on.
Well, hey, check this out. That's the end of the fourth. That's the end. Yeah, that's the end of the fourth quarter. This has been an excellent episode, man. I want to thank everybody for taking the time. I want to just send a quick RIP out to the hitman Chucky Thompson, 53.
Word up.
That was a hurt piece, made a lot of hits for Black culture and Black music, man. Down here in the DMV where I'm at, and he will truly be missed. Now, Sensei, Artifacts album update. Oh, one more update. The Lone Catalyst Due Process Vinyl 7-inch will be here in 2 weeks. Sensei, Artifacts album update.
Still at the present plan. I just got an update. Is COVID fucking up Germany, man? It's crazy.
Well, hey, check this out, man.
They all locked down. So we waiting.
Hey, we need to go over
but
we need to go over like the Expendables, go get that vinyl, bring it back, man.
I ain't trying to go nowhere until they safe. That's why it's fucked up.
No doubt.
Wait.
Well, Brother Kim, man, you got anything to say on the outro, man? Let people know how to get at on the social media and all that, please.
Yeah, check me out, man. All y'all checking it out. If what I'm talking about, Collab Lab piques your interest. Follow Collab Lab on Instagram, COLLABXLAB. You know what I'm saying? And of course, we're on YouTube on the Collab Lab as well. And follow the wave, man. It's a very interactive process. Everybody's being in the chain. It's not just the fans watching, the artists involved. Like, everybody's having a great time. Like, I really am building this around the concept of let's have fun with this, man. Like, we ain't gonna get no bread. Like, let's get the bread out of it. You ain't get no money out of it, so stop it. Don't worry about it. Now that that's out the way. Now that that's out the way, let's have a good time. Let's have some fun, my man. Let's get in the rhyme shit, man. Let's do this thing. Let's get back to that, man. And you know what else true? We're not competitive rhyming either. I'm not rhyming the body.
Yeah.
I just want to make a dope song with you, man. I want to have fun with my brother or my sister, and rhyme because it's fun again. That's all I want to do. So, if y'all feel that, and also this too, man. I just want to say this real fast. So there's a lot of us out here, man, feel like it's over. Like that. It really is like fourth and goal. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's over. It's not over, man.
Right.
It's not over. It's not over till so. You ain't over till you dead, yo.
So
exactly. You got a right to enjoy this thing. You got a right to live it. Take care of what you're supposed to take care of, love on who you're supposed to love on, treat the people you're supposed to, manage your time right, manage your finances right, don't be irresponsible. But it's still time, man. I'm still nice. I'm only getting better. And so are you. You're only getting better, man. So believe in yourself, believe in your personal power, and come rock with me. And if you got a talent or a skill outside of just rhyming or producing, If you think, yo, I am unequaled in this, ain't nobody fucking with me on this right here. Yo, holla at me because I'd like to work side by side with you on these things that I'm doing. I want to work with great people because dope people should do dope shit with dope people. So if that's who you are and you dare to be dope, holla at me, man. It's room at my table for you, yo.
That's ill. That's ill. Well, check this out, yo. I'm Jay Sands. That's El the Sensei.
Word
That's
up.
NYoil Cool Kim, my brother. Yo, check this out, man. This is Sands on Sports. We out of here, y'all. Peace.
Yeah.
Peace.